Hey team, Professor Blowers here again to work on the grader assignment. Good to see you all. This is 7G Loan Staff Revenue, downloaded from Chapter 7 from MyLab IT. That would be the fourth one right here. So you will have worked on A and B. Taken the quiz is the best way to do the assignments before taking the grader assessment. The e-text is here. Your data files are in there. And again, there's also resources such as videos and PowerPoint presentations in addition to various videos and resources in the book. This is what you will have downloaded. So you'll have an Excel file, a Word document, and our final result that we're working towards. This is the Excel spreadsheet, and you'll notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 different tabs down here. We're going to start on the warehouse payment table tab. And just for reference, this is the set of instructions that we are working from. So we've already opened the file. That's step number 1. Step number 2 says display the second worksheet. And it says in cell B8, Bravo 8, enter in a payment function using cell B4 divided by 12 is the rate. So that'll be our monthly payments. And B3 is the number of payment periods. B2 would be the present value of the loan. All right, we're going to display that result as a positive number. So let's go back to the Excel spreadsheet. Go ahead and click in here into cell Bravo 8, type equals PMT, and we'll be entering in a payment function. Bear with me. And so I'll note that I'm using a Mac, right? And so there may be a few differences between PC and Mac. I'm just making this for the folks that are using the Mac. If you are indeed using a PC, there are various tutorials and other methods well, there's a lot of resources. I'll put it that way on YouTube and on MyLab IT. I just want to note that I am using a Mac right now. But actually, I'll have you go to the Insert tab up at the top. And again, you'll notice the difference with the layout of my Excel being on a Mac. As I go to the top, you'll notice all of these tabs right here are different than what you've seen in past videos and on PC. I'm just showing you an alternate way, and you may very well, when you get out into the workforce, be on a Mac. And so fluency in both is certainly it would be a benefit, and it would give you a leg up on the competition. Okay, without any further ado, we're in cell B8. Let's get started. So click on the Insert tab when you're in B8, and bear with me just a second. We are looking for the payment function really quick. And so what you need to do is click up here on the function button, Insert Function. So that'll pop up this window on the right. So to be clear, click right here, Insert Function, and I've already used PMT, but you can go ahead and search for PMT, standing for payment, and it'll let you know down below all of the different things that we are going to be using. So we've got our rate, our number of periods, and present value, and go ahead and look in cells B2, B3, and B4, Bravo, right here, all right? You don't need to do anything in B8 just yet. But what you will do is go ahead and double click on payment so that you're able to insert all of these right here. What you'll do is in the rate, go ahead and type B4, Bravo 4, and notice how it highlights cell B4. Then do a / to divide, and then you'll enter in 12, right? Because there's going to be 12 monthly payments in the year. You can press tab to go to the number of periods, and the number of periods will be right here in Bravo 3, 120 periods. Press tab to get into the present value, and that's how much the loan is worth right now. And so here's where you'll click B2, but what you want to do is over here, you want to put, and this is maybe counterintuitive, but put in a minus sign before the present value, before the B2 right here. That way it will show you a positive number, right? Once you're done with that, press enter and you should get this number right here, 10,460. But what you'll notice on this table is we're going to try out various scenarios here to try to find the best rate for these loans, or this loan, pardon me. All right, so you'll want to first select the table here, so the range from Bravo 8 through Hockey 16. And so with our range selected from B8 through H16, go ahead, click up on the Data tab right here, and you'll go to What If Analysis, select the drop-down, and you'll go to Data Table. Now for your row input cell, what you'll type is B3, press Tab. The column input cell, you'll notice, will be B as in Bravo 4. From there, click OK, and have a look at the numbers in the table. Also notice how it's kind of jumbled. All of these numbers in the decimal place is well beyond the tenths, hundredths, thousandths place. Whew, did my best to pronounce that right there. But have a look at this table and the rates really quick before we move on to the next step. Now some formatting. Select a different range. We're now in Charlie 9, C9. Click and drag through H16 as such. And then in the Home tab, what you want to do is, if you see the $sign, it's called counting number format. It may be called currency. Make sure that it looks like this. And then what you want to do is have a look again and find the payment that is closest to 10,000. But also keep in mind, you don't want to go over 10,000. All right, so have a look in cell D16, Delta 16, and that's the closest payment to $10,000 a month. And you'll notice that there will be 120 monthly payments at a rate of 4% is going to get us that number closest to, but not greater than, $10,000 per month. Once you've selected that, you want to use the note style. And so go ahead and click on the Cell Styles button, the drop down, and you'll click Note. Now that we have that highlighted, if you will, go ahead, click on cell A1 to deselect. Click on the Job Information tab, and then select the range A4, Alpha 4, down through Charlie 11, C11. And so with A4 through Charlie 11 selected in your Home tab, go ahead and click on the Sort and Filter button, the drop down, and go to Custom Sort. I'll show you how to do a custom sort. Now, what you want to do is sort it by job code, and I just clicked right in here, and it'll look a little different on PC, but sort it by job code, and then go ahead and click OK, and notice how this changed the way this information is organized. I'll now turn your attention to the name box, and we're going to select the range A5 through A11, Alpha 11. Now go ahead and click up in the name box, and you're going to do job, type in job underscore code, exactly as such, capital J, capital C with an underscore, because as you've learned, named ranges cannot have any spaces, right? So go ahead, press enter. We've named the range job code. You're welcome to go ahead, click cell A1, Alpha 1, and we're switching over to the staffing plan tab. Who's ready to validate some data? So with the staffing plan tab selected, click on the data tab. Make sure that you're in cell A9, Alpha 9, and then data tab, go over to the data validation button, click data validation, and you want to make sure it'll be a fairly similar pop-up on PC. You want to allow a list that we just created. In the source, you type in equals. That's where the named range comes in handy. Type in capital JOB underscore capital CODE job code. And let's see what happens when we validate this data. Okay, we've got this drop down right here, and these are all the job codes that we can then select. Pretty handy. And without any further ado, let's get started on VLOOKUP, all right? So we're down here, we're in cell A9, Alpha 9. In the bottom right corner, use this one, the same cursor used for flash fill, and drag it down through cell alpha 18, A18, and it doesn't look like it'll do much, right? You indeed have done something, so keep it selected. With this drop down here, you'll want to select M-MG, and we'll need to type something over here in the description so you can see how this VLOOKUP works. Now, as for the VLOOKUP, you'll go ahead and click in cell B4, Bravo 4, and click on the Insert tab. From here, you'll actually click on the FX button here to insert a function. Either type in VLOOKUP, or if you have it here, go ahead and double click it. And our lookup value. Now, what you'll do here is go ahead, click A9. It's going to look up this particular job code with the table array. Be extremely very careful. Click on table array, so you have a blinking cursor right here. After you've clicked from within table array, and we're still in cell Bravo 9, don't do anything there, click on the job information tab and select the range A4, Alpha 4 through Charlie 11, C11. Now, if you're on you want to do the absolute cell reference here, so if you're on a PC, press the F4 button on your keyboard. If you're on a Mac, the Command T button should work if you hold Command and T. Alternately, if neither of those are working, on either side of the letter, so C11, A4, put in $signs. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, on the other side of the letter, not the number. So on both sides of the C, on both sides of the A, put in the $sign, and then you're good there. And then finally, what you'll do in the column index is press the number 2. All right? So go ahead and press OK. What should return is manager. Okay, we just looked that up using VLOOKUP. So, pretty cool. How many positions? Well, just one. Go ahead, type 1 here. For the type, go ahead and type in management. And then the salary here, it's your call. It's your job to go ahead and do the next VLOOKUP. So again, click the FX tab, and then you'll do VLOOKUP over here. This is a little more advanced of a VLOOKUP function. So in cell Echo 9, E9, just like before, we're kind of going through the motions at this point now, getting our practice in. So once again, click the Insert Function button, and then search for or double click. Make sure you've entered the VLOOKUP function. You have the formula builder here. We'll be looking up the same value. So go ahead and click in A9, Alpha 9. Be sure you click into table array so that it's blinking. You want this next bit to go in this section here under table array. And just as before, click job information down below. Select the range A4 through C11, Alpha 4 through Charlie 11. And we need to do the absolute cell reference. So either press F4 on a PC, Command T on a Mac, or if neither of those are working, on either side of the letter C, put a $sign, so Shift 4, and on the other side of your A, Shift 4 to put in the $sign. And this time, we're looking up the salary, right? And so that was in column 3. And just like that, we're going to be able to look up the salary for this position. So hit OK, press Enter, $75,000. And just like magic or through your skills in Excel, you're able to execute a VLOOKUP function to look up the manager as well as the salary for the manager position. All right. So have a look up at all of these things that a VLOOKUP function can do. There's a button for more help on the VLOOKUP function, but go ahead. The rest of the project is yours. Let's have a look at all of the steps as I scroll down. Perfect. So I've taken you about halfway through this project. Let me know how the rest of it goes. And that's it for me. Let me know if you need any other help with the VLOOKUP function. We've done 2 of them now, so I will leave you to continue from here. Best of luck, and looking forward to seeing your work. Ciao for now.